Morning, good morning, good morning. It is the April 26th edition of Morning Mindset. Thanks for joining me this morning. Remember, when you get in here, check in, let us know where you're from, how the weather is in your area, and what's in your cup. Now, I didn't do good this week. Because usually I make sure everything is scheduled up, and I was sitting here working on artwork, and I happened to look down. I'm like, it's 8:17. Didn't get my notification that there's a live this morning. So I had to go look. Yeah, I didn't set it up. So that means it didn't go out to as many places as it needed to go. So if you could be so helpful as to share this where you can, thank you very much. Because that all happened within the last 5 minutes of me trying to get it set up, trying to get things put out there and moved along. So it was very, very not stressful, but I had to make sure it was there. And I only set up this morning, so I didn't get everything else set up. I need to make sure the rest of the week is set up, and then the next week. We usually try and do that on Monday, right before the show. I scheduled the stuff for the rest of the week and the following Monday and there. But this week was a crazy week, so I didn't do that. So yeah, check in. Let us know how it's going. Now, for me, we're here in sunny Midwest. We're here in Illinois, and it's cold. It freeze warning last night. It was like 35 degrees outside. It is the end of April, and it is freezing outside, like cold. Not fun at all. You tell me, what's in my cup. You guys know what I drink. But today, we're usually on the white monster kick. I'm double fisting it today because one is okay-ish and the other is good. So I can't not let it go. I can't not have it wasted. So first up, we have this black and gold nitro cold brew coffee caramel smooth operator. It is it's different. It's okay. It's not bad. But we're also chasing that down with some of this where is that? That Alania, the watermelon wave. Remember, this is stuff that we found when we were out in Long Beach at the Impressions Expo show. And Corey found that, and she's been a real kick for this. Like one can, 10 calories. Yeah, I'm down with that. You really want to know what the other end? 17 calories in the other one. So, not that I count calories. Look at me. Like I care about that. But that's what we got in the hands today. It is it's cold. I'm hoping it warms up. We've got a busy day. And then the other thing that I need you to bring to the table, my fam, here is your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So give me your 5 things. Give me where you're from, what's in your cup, your weather. Give me all of that. And then any other questions, comments, concerns that you have. Bring them all to the table. And let's see what we can do to help you out today. So let's check in. Good morning, Kelly. How are you doing? And good morning, Sarah. Sarah's hoping to get some advice this morning. She's looking at a mug press. She has a convection oven, but wanted to see if I can get more consistent results with the mug press. Recommendations. First off, what kind of issues are you having with the convection oven? Because honestly, from what I've found, I get better results in the convection oven than I do in the mug press. Because the mug press, especially if you're doing full wraps, you're not able to do it. You got to spin it halfway through, so that way you have it. So you still have that mixed results thing. So let us know what you're trying to do, and then we can go from there. Because the other thing is on mug press, you got to know what size cups that you need. How long are they? What's the diameter of them? Because not all mug presses are the same. Some only have a smaller area, some only fit smaller cups. So you have to know what you're looking for. So give us some more information, Sarah, and we'll be happy to help you out. Kelly's got coffee and definitely summer, 80s here. This weather is nuts. Kelly had rain and cold, and now she's got 80s. Let me see what our future forecast is, because like I said, it's still 30s here, garbage. It's not fun. We were supposed to have a concrete pad poured today and a sidewalk. That's not happening. Now it sounds like they're going to do the tear out in the form building on Friday and pour on Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, thanks weather. It does look like tomorrow it's going to get to 69. And then it looks like low 60s until next weekend, when we might get in the 70s. So I can handle 60s, but yeah, rain. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I know April showers bring May flowers, but I would like some warmth in my life. I really, really would. Barb, good morning to you from north central Minnesota. She's got 34 and sunny, water in the cup, and her 5 things. Look at that. work order setups, embroider caps, update firmware on Scan and Cut, update software on laptops, and finish a couple sewing projects. Barb brings up an interesting topic here, updating software. How many of you update software as soon as it comes out, or do you wait for a little bit? I had somebody update some software. They sent some artwork for banner. Artwork, we went ahead, printed the banner, and then they got it. They're like, banner's wrong. I'm like, what do you mean banner's wrong? So they sent me a picture of what was on their screen, and I showed them the file on my screen, and it was completely two different files. When it converted, it took out some of the stuff. Now, we didn't know that, and so we worked through that issue. But one of the things is their software made them, they upgraded their software, and now it's not compatible with some of the other stuff that they do, and they weren't sure how to make it work. So I walked them through how to backward save stuff, because they're in Corel now 2024 or whatever the newest version is. I said, this is how you backward save to the different ones, because on their other terminals, that's what they had. They couldn't get stuff to work, and they were having it. So that's, after we talked, they're like, that's why we're having issues. So yeah, it was something that I said, I don't upgrade until I absolutely have to. When processes no longer work, when I need to upgrade for that, because we're still running, for what we do with Corel, we're still on X7, so 2017. So we're running 6 years old, and it still does everything we need to. I'm not on a subscription base or anything like that, and we keep saying, if we have to upgrade, we will, but it creates a lot of issues when you upgrade for it. So the yin and the yang on it. So tell me, when do you and how do you decide when to upgrade for it? And Sarah's telling me it's 40 and sunny there in Wisconsin. So it's warmer in Wisconsin than it is in Illinois. That's beautiful. And it's warmer over there in Chicago than it is here on the west. On the east coast of Illinois, it is warmer than it is on the west coast of Illinois. Water in the bottle, coffee brewing. Now, maybe it's because we have so much water. If you watch any of the national news, you may see us in the national news. Davenport, Iowa is actually part of the Quad Cities right here, and it is flooding. It floods when it does, but I don't think we've had a flood this big for a couple of years. But Washington National News, downtown Davenport, Iowa, that's where flooding. In fact, where a lot of the national news is broadcasting from or showing from, about a block north of that is where Corey used to work. And so, it was always an issue. Flooding happens in the spring, but doesn't always happen like this. They're very proud of the riverfront up there and are totally fine with everything flooding to keep that, whereas other of the surrounding ones have levees and flood systems in place, and it's just it's a mess. Now, us here, where our river is, because we're between two rivers. If you don't know where we have the Mississippi River and we have the Rock River, we're about 3-4, maybe more than that, maybe about 6 blocks ish up from the Rock River. So sometimes we won't be able to get out of one end of our addition because it floods out. It hasn't came super close. We've seen it creep at the end of the block, but yeah, we're in a flood fun time. If flood floods, we might have to break out the golf cart and do some video to show you guys what we deal with here. But yeah, good times. Welcome to spring, right? Let's see. Let's get back up here and see where we are with it. Jerry rubbing it in with 50 there in St. Louis. Man, I just come a little bit north. That's what I need there. Temps don't stay consistent. I have a digital thermostat, but it doesn't stay. So which oven are you running? Because that could be an issue too. We've had really good luck with the Black & Decker, the one that we got back here. We've had really good luck with that one, staying consistent, because we throw the oven thermometer in there, not the digital one, because the digital one is going to read, it doesn't read the air temperature. It reads temperature off the surface. So what does that mean? If this is pushing heat off, it can't read the air here. There's nothing for that laser bounce off of. So what it's reading is the back of this. So in the oven, it could be reading the back of the oven, not the actual air temperature. So get yourself one of those oven thermometers and put that in there for it. FU, Facebook user, good morning to you. Facebook and StreamYard don't always play nice together. So in order to combat that, if you just head over to my friend right here, fatdadlive.com. We'll get you into YouTube, then we'll be able to see who you are, and we can comment away and have all of that fun stuff right there. And Kelly's 5 things. It's testing materials on engraving, T-shirts, quotes, stickers, signs. Love that. I guess I should give my 5. So we've got DTF stuff to work on today. Still sending out artwork, but I'm saying by this show Friday we will be back up and running, and by Monday we'll be at 100%. Look, parts supposed to be they could show up. We'll be up and excited. We can't wait for that. It has been a struggle, but we have been staying consistent. That was the great thing about having a part that you with, because three is if you have did rush jobs for them, because I talked to my supplier, hey, are we able to help with this, and we're able to do it. Now, are we making money hand over fist? Absolutely not. Are we breaking even? Yeah, kind of. We're losing money, not on every job, but we're staying consistent and our customers are taken care of. So this 2-week blip in it, yeah, it's going to hurt for the month, but at the same time, we're still going to have our customers are taken care of. They're still getting prints. They're still getting everything they need to, so they're not going anywhere else. So I really appreciate everybody that has purchased from us during this time. And we look back to be, as long as everything goes fine, we'll be back to 100% on Monday, and it'll be it'll be nice. It'll be nice to get that, because then one of the other things is we still haven't nailed down exactly for sure on that 24-inch dryer, but look for the VIP. We'll start May 1st. We're going to go ahead and just put that on here. Darren, good morning to you. Rye, hey, how are you doing this morning, Rye? Jerry from Mugs, do shrink wrap or one of the wraps that clamp around it? Great point, Jerry. Not all shrink wraps are the same too. I have noticed that some just are garbage and they're not putting even pressure on it. Those wraps, the clamp style, for sure you're getting it on those. And yes, they can be a little cashy, but the amount that you're going to use them definitely makes it worth it. Renee waits a couple days for software updates on it. And there you go. See another one that's still running Corel 17 with no issues. That's right. That's my girl. Darren, 5 things. Try to figure out why my son's car keeps dying. Put the turbo on Lucifer, mow a couple lawns, rework a design to work a different. What do you have going on over there? So for a car, remember there's just 3 things. It's fuel, spark, air, right? If you're losing fuel, you're losing spark, you're losing air. That's why it's one of those 3 things. That's what you need for combustion, just in case, just in case being a firefighter, you didn't know that you needed fuel, fire, air, right? I can't even say what we found anymore, because depending on electronics, it could be anything anymore. It could be an electronic gremlin that's causing it. So I'm off that. Wow. Now, what would Lucifer be? Please tell me it is the mower that we're putting a turbo on. Please, because I want to know more about that. And then Renee to Sarah, did you get that new cutter set up? In fact, Sarah got the Romeo at the DAX show, and I believe I saw it working. So I think she did. And look at this. So this is over to Sarah, and this is from Barb. I have the Heat Press Nation Signature Series 7-in-1 automated sublimation mug and tumbler press. Never have used an oven, and I can use a variety of sizes of tumblers, mugs, shot glasses. There you go. So there's Barb's recommendation. And to Renee, yes, he is earning his keep, and we're in love with Romeo. Love to hear that. So for those that didn't know, Caesar has a cutter. That's a 24-inch one, right? 24-inch cutter that they are running with their software. It will actually run through other software. We're printing on a BN20 with it, so you are able to do some other things. But it is a hybrid, so a cross between the stepper and servo motor. It seemed pretty quiet for what it was, compared to the traditional stepper motor, and it looked like it was cut like a dream. So there we go. Let's see. Yeah, she says she's in love with it. Oh, 85 and dry. Death allergy season. Yeah, allergy season is here, alive and kicking as well. Corey's allergies are going a little crazy. I think as I get older, I'm having allergies because I've never been stuffed and congested like this before, and my eyes will get watery and puffy. So I don't know. I guess I'm just getting old, I think. All right. Jerry says, I need to transfer my Corel and TR Design Wizard to a new computer. Should I just call TRW? Yes, I would do that, because it's been so long since I've done it. I can't walk you through it and how to do that. And look, yes, I would do that because it's been so long since I've done it. I can't walk you through it without knowing 100%. So yes, that's what I would do, is call and be like, hey, how do I set this up? Because I think they have a couple videos that they can walk you through on how to do that. And look, and here's following right up with that. Sarah said that, yes, we called when we got new computers and they are amazing. So there you go. When it comes to software, Barb says it depends. If I update right away, in most instances, I do not update right away. And I'm right there with you. I don't update. I don't update anything for. I guess I take that back because I've been a beta tester for Apple, here and there. So there's stuff that's on there, and then there. But when it comes to stuff that I need for work, software for the cutters for. Like VersaWorks, for anything that has to do with our production, I wait because it always seems, if I update it, there might be an issue, and then I'm dead in the water. So, that made me just think of something else I need to do. I don't know why it made me think of it, but I think because running software, it made me think of that I have to do that. But yeah, she says in most instances I do update right away. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I wait and wait until I have to do it. Look at that. You and La Crosse, Wisconsin were both in national news this morning for the flooding. And that's awesome to hear about the removal. Yeah, and that's the thing. We're national news. It's just an easy thing because people can come here and the water's coming out of the banks. And you look across the river here in the Illinois side, and there's the flood wall, there's the levee, there's everything that's right there. And even a little further upstream here in Moline, our riverfront is that same way, and it'll flood out. So River Drive on both sides of the river is flooded out. It'll cause some issues, but it's not the first time it happens. We know this is going to go on with it. You have the oyster, right? The oyster convection. We have an oven thermometer, but the thermostat is set. Oh, the thermostat to set temp is digital. Ours is a dial. You would think you'd have more control over the digital, but maybe that could be the issue on it. I am not 100% sure. Anyone else have Todd freezing? Am I freezing up? Ugh, man, whatever. Somewhat. Yeah, great. Yeah, I was thinking his internet must be messing up again. That doesn't surprise me, right? I really, really don't. I really don't. We have the Hicks wraps. Good to know. So those are the ones that that have the clamp on them, right? So what is the main issue that you're having with them? Reinstein's invoicing, website update, DTF, because DFT is not a thing. Cleaning the shop, cleaning I should put that on my list here. For us, what else do I have? Is that the DTF? We've got 3 jobs that need to get pressed and out the door today. I've got stickers that need printed. I've got to reopen a store. I've got banner designs to work on, and then I've got shirt mock-ups to do. There's also some other stuff in there. One of the things that I have on my list that I'm going to get done this week is we are going to sign up for the chamber. So there it is, the Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We were so brought that to us, and we talked about it. I'm like, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. The value for what it costs to do it, why not become a part of it? So I actually have that here on my desk to get that taken care of. And then Darren says, Renee just sent you a message on message on message. There you go. Renee sent. Darren sent you some messages. George, good morning to you. Oh, Lucifer is an O2 excursion with the 7.3 diesel. Very nice. All right. Replace the fuel pump in his car. Have a feeling it's something electrical. Man, electrical is where it's at, man. Electrical is at. Todd, what font for the new hat? I'm also using acrylic. Let me check and see, because I actually think I might have that artwork open here. Let me see if by chance I can find it. If it's right here, I'll be able to maybe say it to you. Maybe not. Let's see. Is that there? Is that here? Nope. I'll have to go back and look and see, because I thought I had it right here. I don't have it handy right here, but it was one of ours. It's somewhere in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So, Darren, I will get that information. I will post it for you. So, let's see. And here is Sarah's things. Sarah's got whoa. Sarah's got invoicing, tweak sublimation, set up a new school store, schedule social media, order brand new signage for storefront windows. Love it. Love that. And Ryan and Aaron, what's up? You working on that website? Yeah, see, it's great when you put things out there, because then you start getting called out on things, because it definitely puts that drive behind us. Like for us, that's why I put it out here. May 1st, providing, and this is where I gets tricky at, because providing everything goes as planned when the new parts get here, and we're back up and running 100% without any issues, then the VIP will open up next month. That's what we're shooting for. VIP open up, having some stuff with that. I think it's going to be only 20. I think we're going to only start with 20 people just to make sure that we can handle it, which I still think will be, I think we can, by my numbers, my production, I think we could handle about 50 and not have to worry about it. But I want to be able to do, I want to make sure first. So that's why it's probably just going to be 20 people. That's it. Once it fills up, you can get on the waiting list and then we can let it know. But that's what we're looking at for there. And with that, you get the priority production. So, because right now production is 3 to 5 business days. On the membership, when you sign up for that, you're going to have all your stuff shipped out within the 3 days. Most times it can be within 1 or 2 days, and sometimes even day of. A lot of it just depends on what comes in. But the thing is you are always going to be priority. So in the morning when we come in, VIP members, boom, they go to the top of the list. There it is from there. And then we're able to get you out. So you get things a lot faster. Does not include the priority shipping, though. So you'll still have your standard shipping, which is, UPS is getting things out in about 3 to 5 days. So if you want to upgrade for that, you will need to do that. So you'll still need to have, whether it's shipping overnight, 2-day, things like that. But we'll be able to get it. Barb, great question. Soon. That's my answer. Soon. We'll start doing more things with the white toner. Right now we're getting through our spring sports. We just finished up one league. We've got another one that one that we can be fine with. But we're getting our team stores closed out for those first spring ones. We're getting the next set of softball, baseball stuff started up. But I needed to get through this DTF debacle right now, and then we can get into production side of things. So, Barb, what kind of things do you want to see on white toner? What you tell me, because I will cater the first video to you on what you want to see. Some of the things that we have in place that we have done, but we haven't shown videos on, and that is doing the DTF, the white toner on tumblers. The temporary tattoos, super simple, super easy. I can show you how to set up what we have our settings at. Same thing with the water slides. I could show settings and then how we apply them from there. The other thing, balloons. So we've been messing around with those, and I think we're close to that. But the only thing on white toner that we don't mess with right now is apparel. And why is that? It's because we have the DTF, so it is more cost effective for us to do the DTF. Now, if you have a white toner and you have, let's say, less than 10 pieces, 12 pieces, I think that's where it's perfect at, because you don't have to order transfers for it, and it's a manageable thing. So it has its spot for it. But right now, temporary tattoos are really killing it for us. So if you need temporary tattoos, anyone, we got you. There you go. Look, see, good job. Good job, Darren. Way to go on it. I want to do tumblers with your white toner. Well, send us stuff and we'll send it there. But you do need a mug press. That's the thing. You do need a mug press if you are going to do white toner transfers. A wrap will not give you the pressure that is required to make that adhere. So you do need a mug press for it. Stickers and tattoos for the white toner, using Kiss Cut for the stickers. I can run through that, because that wouldn't be typically something we would do, because we have the VersaCam. So we have the wide format printer, so we just send everything to that. So this would be a learning thing for me, because we do, anytime we've done Kiss Cut, yes, I could break out the Cameo for it. We could break out the Solo for it. We could break that guy out for it. We break out the Graph Tech for it. Solo and Cameo, I've done it a few times. Solo, I have yet to do it. Graph Tech, we've had done that plenty of times, where it's ran the registration and did that. So yes, we could definitely show that for it. And let's see. Late but good morning. Welcome. And stickers, tattoos, that's where it is. Jerry, hey, better late than never. That's super cool. Temporary tattoos. Yeah. Rye, send me your logo. I'll send you a sample of it. Right, here's something else you can do. This is where we can have some fun at, right? You're already DJing events, so you've already got an in with some of those party planners. I mean, hey, that's a good, easy upsell to them, for events. If the event, you create the logo for that, put it on there. So where we add it at as an upsell is in our team stores. by taking their same shirt designs that we do, shrinking those down into 1 to 1.5 inch temporary tattoos to use for that. The schools, football's an easy theme one for it. Baseball, so you're able to create that, and then they just buy them by the sheet and go ahead and make them very well. And more than fun. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. Even with the Hicks wraps, we still need to. I do believe so, because you need heavy pressure with it. And those wraps, what they're doing is they're giving you consistent, even, firm pressure with it, but not the heavy pressure needed. Sarah, next time you place an order, on the notes there, and we'll just get you sure to see how on that white toner, 8.5 by, not the big, not the little one. We've got the mid-size one. They're 8.5 by 11. We've got, I was like the small one, but there is a different one. But we have 8.5 by 11 is what it is. So on the, and that's the sheet size, 8.5 by 11. So excuse me, man, that one, another. So it's by the sheet. So the smaller you make your images, the more you get, because you have basically your 8 by 11 sheet that you're able to create your artwork on. So if you have 1 inch by 1 inch, and this one is square. If you're 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch, well, now you're at what is it, a 3-inch square or something, So when you stick to the smaller sizes, you get more on it. If you go bigger, you get less on it. So that's why we say, hey, you stick between that inch to inch and a half. Why? Because a lot of them are using them, on just little parts of their arm, little face tattoos, things like that. So you can get a lot more out of it. And on sheet size, I mean, we have customers that we're selling to that are selling sheets for, anywhere from $12 to $20, because they're looking at it as, hey, if it's a special, especially if it's a special event, they're doing it for a little girl's birthday party. Hey, $20, and I'm getting, I'm getting 20, 30 tattoos out of it. So they look at it, hey, it's less than $1 a piece. Great, I can go ahead and get that. So when you break it down that way for them, so that's what you create the most bang for the buck, because it's the same thing on it. It just makes it, a little more manageable. Hope no one was in paths of floodwaters in the Mississippi River. Jerry, you already missed out. If you watched the national weather or national news and you saw Davenport, Iowa, that's us. That's right across the river. That is our area. In fact, thinking back to this, where they are broadcasting from, most of them, there used to be our riverboat casino that was there, and that was always a fun during flood season, because nobody could get to the casino because you couldn't. It was on boats. At one time, we were the riverboat casino capital of the world, with 3 of them within a mile. We had one in Davenport, one in Bettendorf, and one there in Rock Island. And now they're all land-based. Yeah, they're all land-based. Davenport land-based? Davenport? Bettendorf? Yeah, they're all land-based now. I had to think about it for a second. But yes, they are all land-based now. But yeah, the floods would come and it would be a mess there. But yes, we are in the flood path, and we're right there for it. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Better than ever. That is right. And I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, right. They're easy upsells. And that's why, I tell people, especially in like the team stores, if you do anything that you're already doing corporate stuff for or team stuff for, temporary tattoos are an easy sale. If you're doing anything where you're reproducing for somebody to resell, we just did a bunch for Kelly for racing. She's already doing the racing team merch. So now she's able to add that on there and, give them for the numbers, the sponsors, the things like that. You're doing it for an event. So let's say, you got a 5K, or like us, we're doing stuff for a field day. We're going to donate temporary tattoos to it. We're going to do the shirts. We're going to donate the temporary tattoos to it as well. So how can I do this as an add-on? How can I have that value adder? Hey, you know what? If you order X amount of this, then we can throw in X amount of these. It's a good way to add it to it. If you order this, we can get you this at this discounted price. Create that bundle for them, and that's what you start looking at. Is if I already have a business, what am I thinking? If I've already got the market, if I've already got that job, how can I add more to it? How can I say, yeah, we can do this for you guys. Let's add this. For us with the school, we've been trying to get in with this school now for 3 years. And we just kept at it and kept at it. And when they had the fall carnival, that was one of the things that we donated a bunch of temporary tattoos to it. We've been going to the PTO meetings this year. We really got more involved in it, in the planning process of it. And so we did that, and then we got asked to do some, a couple shirts for something. I'm not even sure what the first one was. Maybe like a kindness club, and it was like a dozen shirts. It wasn't anything big. And then there was another event, that same thing, and then it turned into, hey, do you want to try and do something for a makers event? And that was our first real time to get into the school, and we had a great event with that. And now, they've had other debate teams, they've had other things that they've asked us to do, and now field day. And I think next year we're going to take over the whole merch part of it. So you just got to keep at it and stay strong with it. That's the best way to do. Get your foot in the door, be active in it. There's a chance that little Miss Corey may even run for a board or a seat or whatever it is, a position for the PTO. So we keep at it. Jerry says, T, 35 degrees, working on graphics, pressing shirts, gutting vinyl. I'm assuming that is cutting vinyl. But yes. Oh, yeah. Barbie's got the big one. So she prints 11 by 17. I think I can go longer. I just can't go wider. So we've got the one that only does the 8.5 by 11. So Barb doesn't have to do split imaging when it comes to like shirt sizes and things like that. For us, since our main purpose of it wasn't to use for sheets or for shirts, for apparel, things like that. The smaller one made more sense to us because one, materials are less expensive because bigger paper costs more. But shipping too, it was easier to have that just storage. That those boxes fit a lot better places than the larger ones, but we're able just to do more with it, keep it consistent with it, and with us not focusing on apparel with it, the hard substrates made sense. There's not a whole lot of hard substrates that we would be using the white toner on. One of the things that I want to do is some of the acrylic awards, some of the glass awards, things like that, just to see what else we can do with it and go from there. We're fine here, Jerry, because we're so used to it. Like our area, we are prone to flooding. They won't build a flood wall. They love their riverfront way too much. In fact, if you go back and look at like some of the old flood, like 94, flood of 94 was a big one. We have a baseball stadium that's right on the river. And back then when it would flood, the stadium would just flood out. It would just flood out. Part of when they did the stadium redo, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years ago, here in the last decade-ish, they built flood protection in it. So now it'll flood and the field stays completely dry. Nothing gets messed up in there. And for some time, it was a couple years, what they did was they used scaffolding and stuff, and they built a walkway going from the parking lot over to the stadium, and they still had games. So you were on an island, and it was pretty cool to see because, is this going to work? Is it testing out? I remember we went one year, and it was in June, and the only reason I remember that because it was a Father's Day weekend game. I went there, and they had a fishing derby, and you could fish off the back of the stadium because that's where the water was, and where you could fish off the back. So it was pretty cool. So to see that, they had made improvements on that, but the rest of it, yeah, it floods out here. And like I said, for us to get flooding in our house where we're at, it would be a catastrophic flood because of where, even though we're in a flood zone, even though I have to pay flood insurance, which is horse crap, if water were to get into my house, the rest of my neighborhood behind us would be water up to their roof because we're on a hill and our back 10 foot of our lot is what's in the floodplain. And that's why we have to flood insurance. It's garbage. But we've seen it come up to within about a block of us. And that is over on the other side where there's already a retention pond and then it comes through some parking lot. So it's kind of lower over there. But as far as like neighborhood flooding, we've had some areas where we can't get out, but everybody should be good. So there, I gut my vinyl. I get you there. Fishing derby. It was awesome. It was a blast to do. Barb said the 6-drawer unit works. The Alex 6-drawer unit works great for storing 11 by 17 papers. And see, this is where this is great information. Barb has it. She knows what to use for it, how to create the storage solution for it. That's something that we all need to take a look at when you get new products, new things in it. Is, hey, how am I going to use this? Right? How am I going to store things? What kind of room do I need for it? Does it need to be climate controlled? Does it need to be, does it need to be not hot, but does it need to be, in a cooler area? Does it need to be dry, humidity, things like that? A lot of times we just get stuff and don't realize, oh yeah, we should probably make sure this is temperature controlled and things like that. For us on the DTF side of things, we would keep our film in a separate place, and then where our printer was, because of the humidity issues, we didn't want to add more humidity to our film, so we keep that separate so we don't have that issue. And then when we're building out when we build up the new thing, when we get to that, we'll have its own little storage area for it. So yeah, it'll always go about there. Good morning. Sorry about the casinos. Live 7 miles south of the largest casino in the northern hemisphere, Foxwoods, and then down the road is Mohegan Sun. And no, I don't do any business with the casinos. We don't either. We do business with the casino patrons, but as far as with the casino, no. Now, yeah, ours are all land-based here. And I'm trying to think, the last time I went to the casino, God, it's probably been 10 years, maybe 12. I'm trying to think if Corey and I have ever went to the casino. I don't think so. I really don't know that we've ever went. Now, back in my younger days, in my early 20s, yeah, it was go there because I remember drinks were $1. So you could just sit there and we would play. What's the number? We'd play the roulette. So me and my buddy would go there, get off work, we'd head down to the casino. He'd bet black all night, I'd black red, or we'd go back and forth. Either way, we always broke even, but we could have dollar beers and just, hang out and BS with people. So it was a fun, good time for it. The only time we lost money is when green hit. The other thing is to watch people who look at something and not realize how roulette works, like thinking, oh, if it lands on 14, it's not going to land on 14 again. Well, it's not like 14 comes off the wheel, it stays there, so it could hit again. You have the same amount of odds every time. It's just luck of it. So it was a good time for that. Speaking of sizes, there's a YouTube video regarding DTF that if you're printing transfers less than 24 inches, you're not considered a real transfer company. And that's such horse right there. Why? Why is that, you're not a real transfer company? Can you do it? Yes. We've done it for the last year because the dryer, when we got ours, it couldn't fit through a door. Now that they have them that will fit through doors, we'll upgrade to it. But when you have 12, 13 inch, up to, I think you can do up to 15 inch on some of them versus the 22 inch, there's not a big difference to it. Like a transfer is a transfer. What it comes down to is production. So are you printing as fast? Even that, going from what you can print in that 11.5 to a 22, it takes twice as long. So you're printing the same amount. You're printing it, just about the same. So it doesn't really matter. I personally like having the 11.5 because that's only one cut I have to make when we're doing transfers. So when we do it, we have an 18 or 16 inch box that we use, a 2x2 by 16 inch box that we're able to roll, put it in there, and then all in. Box shipping, everything is under $10. When we go with the bigger ones, shipping is, about $2-3 more because of the box size with it. So, there's some issues on that side. When we're cutting, we've got one cut to make, done. When we're doing the 22s, we have to cut down the center and break it down there, or you just send it on the bigger roll and pay for it. So I don't feel like there. I feel like what it comes down to is even when we were using converted printers and we had 3 of them, we were still a transfer company, right? We were still printing them. We were still doing it. Was it the most effective or the most efficient? No, but we could still produce them. And what really happens is you have a lot of people that are in that small footprint of what they're printing, but they're selling them dirt cheap. They're selling them $2.75, $3, $3.25, $3.50, $4. You're selling them at that, and they can't make any money because they can only produce, 4, 10 transfers top per hour. So when you're doing that, you just can't. You're trying to compete in a market you shouldn't be in because you're not able to produce them fast enough. When you have a commercial 2-head printer, doesn't matter if it's a 15 inch or whether it's a 22 inch or 64 inch, you can still produce quality work. It's no different than And if we can go with, you have the BN20, and then I have the 54 inch, right? You're just slower. That's all it is. I can get things done faster. So that's all it is. It drives me insane. Link me to that video too, so I can go comment to that. I want to have some fun on that one. And that's right. They are wrong, 100%. Let's see. DTF film I keep in my Husky workbench drawer in sealed bag with silicone packs. Yep. And so for us, ours all stays in the box. In fact, once we're up and running, we have been testing out the hybrid film, which is hot or cold peel. And we'll be switching over to that soon. And once that happens, we'll make sure all the changes are made. You can either press it, or you can either peel it warm or cold. Hot, yes, we've had 1, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever. You see, use a sheet. When you open up that press, sometimes it can pull off of there. I know we've all ran into that times before and get there. Yeah, send me that link for it. If mine flooded, it would be a biblical flood. I sit on a plateau. Flooding is no fun either, because you're just kind of, there's not much you can do. You can sandbag walls, and you're there. I've got a friend, when we have the Rock River flooding, that they basically have to take off work. They build a fortress around their house. They have underground draining systems and generators and pumps, and they're constantly putting that. And there's been times where that water is 1.5 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot deep, and they've got this all blocked off. The cool thing is, a lot of what his dad built for that house is in the model trains. So they've got the trains set up around the house, and it's kind of like in a raised garden bed. So those act as if a flood wall, a retention wall, and then they can just fill it in there. So you looked at it, you'd be like, you wouldn't think much of it because you're able to see all those trains. And, it makes sense because, it's at a higher level. So it's pretty cool to see what you can do for it. There you go. That's right, Jerry. Make sure to hit that like button on YouTube and to subscribe and ring the bell and share with your friends and all of that, because that really helps us out. So we appreciate that. Alex says, I only go to the casinos once a year for the Alpha Broder Expo. The last casino I was in was, for a trade show out in Vegas. The casino, I guess I take that when we were in, we did gamble when we were at the casino in Minnesota for DAX, 2 years ago. So yeah, we were at the casino for that. I don't even think when we were in Vegas, I gambled at all. No, I did. When I was waiting for Renee to fly in, I did at the airport. I put some money in, but I didn't at the casino itself. Didn't gamble at all. Too busy having fun with people, in meeting new people, saying hello to old people, having great conversation, having people look at me with crazy eyes. That was fun. But overall, it was a great experience for it. But man, we went long today. Thank you all for sticking around for this. Remember, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, do all that. We got our 5 things out of the way. When you get here, let us know what's in your cup, where you're from, what's your 5 things that you were going to accomplish today. Friday, maybe Friday morning, I can say we're officially back with DTF printing. Parts should be here by then. They should be installed, and we should be back off to the races. But in the meantime, we have somebody printing for us. Our supplier is taking care of us very well, and I'm very happy about that. So we're not losing a ton, but we're losing. We're treading water, right? And I'm not a swimmer, so we'll see how that goes. Morning mindset, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesday with Todd, yeah, we'll get back to doing them. I know, we'll get back to doing them. Maybe we'll try and set up some stuff here. We've got a lot of things in the fire going on, and maybe we'll just kind of give everybody an update on where things are next Tuesday with Todd. Maybe that's what we should do. Just update where we are on the business, what's been going on with it, where we are headed to, future things in the works, and how we can make that all work out. So maybe that's what we'll just do. Give a shop update, give all of that, and then start that. So yeah, we got to get after it. We've got stuff to get done. So I'm telling you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate seeing you guys each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, peace, love, press on. You guys have an amazing day, and we will see you next time.